do all that. Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver, Amy here, making my first film outside, you know, of this year. So a lot of folks, and now I talk about this mostly talk about this, in the Sailor Moon followership. Mimi, so be some folks in the Sailor Moon followership who will say, "Oh, you don't know as much as I do," or "You didn't learn as much as I do." They'll say, "Oh, you need to go and do some learning before you start making things up." Well, I'm not making things up. It's true that Need Be Dwayne and some other folks may have not gotten into Sailor Moon at the same time everyone else got into it, but it doesn't mean he's making things up. So some folks in the Sailor Moon followership will say, "Oh, well, Naoko Takeuchi said," or however you say her kin name, they'll say, "Oh, well, she had this oversight called only girls or women can be sailor fighters, sailor keepers." And first off, they'll say, "It's all over the interweb," but that's funny because if you look it up on the interweb, I don't know where folks say she said it. And okay, maybe she did say it. Maybe she did not say it. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. They will, you know. And anyway, I don't really care about that oversight. I mean, hell, I broke the oversight, you know. And I don't even know why the reason was an oversight. And some folks will think, well, that's how they got their might. That's why they have their might to be sailor fighters or sailor keepers, because they're women, they're girls. Now, a lot of folks can take that any way they want to take it. They believe that Naoko Takeuchi, or Takeuchi, I like to say it's Takeuchi. They'll say that she wants folks to follow the oversight. Now, I don't think she does. Yeah, a lot of folks will say, "Oh, her and Toei can't work together. Elderly now Golding's business and the Toei business, they can't get along, when it comes to Sailor Moon and all this other shit. Oh, and she got more sway over it than they do." I think it's about the same. And I don't know what is true. I don't know who has the main ownership, who doesn't, who's got more might and sway over things, you know. And it's not truly my business. Now, I did break the oversight and nothing happened. And a lot of folks will think, "What do you mean? The Sailor Starlights, or the Trialights, or whatever you want to call them, the Free Lights, the Trialights, Jordan, Dustin, and Julian, Sailor Starfighter, Maker, and Healer broke the oversight long before Ernest P. Worrell would break the oversight. So the oversight was broken by Toei. And some folks believe that that was why Sailor Stars never got any English work until now. Buttercup, leave April alone. Some folks will believe that. I believe, hi, Buttercup. Hi, Buttercup. Good dog. Good girl. Good Buttercup. Good pup. So I believe that some folks out there, believe that is why. But I think the truth is that Pioneer at the time, Pioneer Glee, whatever, Pathseeker Glee, did not want to new the deal with Toei. They didn't want to new the deal. They didn't want to get a deal to work with Sailor Stars. So when the deal ended in 2003 YL, that was it. And that's why Sailor Stars never happened. Some folks believe that sailor stars never happened due to the sailor starlights and being men and then shape shifting into women after they became sailor fighters, believed that that was the grounds to why Pioneer Glee said no to it, or why the Toei business didn't want to do anything with it. No one really seems to know. They also believed that Aldeling Naogolings and the Toei business could had a misunderstanding or did not stand on how the starlights were handled. Now keep in mind, all the way up from the first following of Sailor Moon until the fifth following, there were a lot of freedoms going on. Toei couldn't have a lot of freedoms to do what they wanted to do, but you're telling me that the Sailor Starlights had to look like, behave like, and fight like, and do everything the same way they did it in the books. And that's why you didn't get Sailor Stars. Well, I don't believe that either. Now, at the end of the day, it's true, but I know as much about Sailor Moon as the next fellow. Even if Dwayne didn't get into Sailor Moon fully until 2008 YL, which is not as a long time as many others in the followership has. But that does not mean that Sailor Stars, it does not mean that Dwayne is making up shit or didn't do his learning. You see, there's a dog, Mimi, and there's Buttercup. All right, well, see you later. Time you think about this film.